Michelle, let's say the unthinkable happens. So you're delivering a speech, everything is going well, but for some reason you blank.
Okay.
How can you make a comeback?
Yes. So this is something which happens a lot, right? They would forget their train of thought. Someone makes an intervention and somehow they get
Distracted.
confused, or there's a noise somewhere. These things happen. It's normal. In our trainings, we say distractions are happening. I might throw some distractions your way and learn how to deal with it, because distractions will happen in the real environment. And here again, it goes very much to the moment which I mentioned earlier on, of putting yourself together, centering yourself, and gaining that focus. If I get confused and all of a sudden, and I start flicking through all my papers, and then I put down, and I get all agitated, first of all, it's going to give it away that I
Something's
feel
wrong.
stressed,
Yep.
right? Whilst if, okay, something has happened, I got distracted, it's okay. I'm going to get myself back together. I'm going to focus on my thoughts, allow myself those few seconds, and continue. I don't need to fill it up with ums and no, right? I can hold that pause, that silence. And you know what, then in the eyes of the audience, a pause and a silence can be very much welcomed. The speaker thinks, or perhaps speakers who are not used to delivering speeches and presentations, they think that they have to fill up each and every second. But they don't have to. Actually, we need to embrace the pause, because the pause is very powerful and it can be used to give different meanings. Perhaps I want to create suspense, so I allow that pause. Maybe I have a difficult question and I want the audience to reflect on it, to allow them some time to really comprehend the message, right? To allow it to sink down. So a pause could also be used because maybe I need to take a moment for a small break, take a sip of water, and that is perfectly fine.
It's human.
Exactly. So if a distraction happens, that's perfectly fine. Allow yourself those few seconds, get in the zone again. This is also requires mental training. It's about mindfulness. So an exercise that one can do to work on their mindfulness is very simple. Do you take tea, coffee in the morning?
No,
Not. What do you take in the morning?
cereal.
Cereal. And do you do it yourself or someone else does it for you?
I do it myself.
You do it yourself. And are you mindful whilst you are doing your cereal? So when you do it, do you actually say, okay, I'm concentrated now on what I'm doing, on putting my cereal in the bowl, if you're adding on milk, and if I have those 5 minutes of enjoying my cereal in the morning, I'm really concentrated on it, focusing and training my mind, disciplining my mind to be focused only on what I'm doing at hand. So in my case, I like taking coffee in the morning.
All right.
So for me, it's being mindful of taking that spoon, putting it in the mug, stirring
It's like
it,
a ritual of sorts.
smelling it, yes. And not allowing other thoughts to come to my mind for those 5 minutes intentionally.
Yeah.
So it's an intentional, mindful exercise which I do in the morning to train me to keep my mind focused where I want to. Now you could do that with anything, any other routine that you have, that you say, listen, for
Definitely.
these 5 minutes, I have tried many times to do mindfulness and meditation. It's beautiful, but myself, I have not reached that stage yet. I cannot do it. I can't
Same here.
do mindfulness and meditation for 45 minutes or
Yeah.
1 hour. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I haven't reached that stage yet. Hopefully I will reach it one time. But at least I can do those few minutes. And as I said, it's a way how to discipline the mind to be focused, because this is it, during a presentation, during a speech, I need to be focused on my message and on my audience as well.
And I think it compounds. So mindfulness compounds, having those small moments. And during the day, we don't necessarily have to do 45 minutes as a stretch. So I think having small, meaningful moments throughout the day
Definitely.
do the trick. Michelle, this feels like a masterclass of sorts. So thank you for sharing your wisdom and your tips.
It's my pleasure.
I'm going to summon the fish bowl.
Ooh, okay.
We arrived at that stage